All right. So this will probably be the only time I actually address the camera, but basically, as the first podcast, Josh and I are going to kind of introduce like a little bit of our history in entrepreneurship, I guess we could say.
Sure.
In our respective fields.
I mean, that's bold.
Yeah, entrepreneurship. I don't really like that word.
I don't either. It's really pretentious for what we're doing because we're not there yet at all.
We're not like starting up a company. It's just like but we're both trying to make our dreams come true. I guess we could say.
Yeah.
That's
I guess.
pretty much.
That is very.
It's the very Disney way of.
That's what I was about to say. I was just about to say. I was like, Jesus, Mr. Disney. Goddamn.
Oh my God.
No.
But yeah, all right. So I'll start.
As self-starters. I mean, that's still
okay, yeah.
That's still very like Mark Zuckerberg and like weird, but sure. So we met in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't actually.
Let's tell the friendship story, then we'll get into our kind of
cool. Let's do that.
Career journeys.
Middle school, we met. I met you in like 6th grade. We were like 12.
Yeah. I think I remember one time talking to you.
Yeah.
In 6th grade.
Our first actual conversation was in 7th grade, I think in history with Miss Cassett. Yes. I remember that because you were in that class at the time. You were not someone I would ever see myself being like friends with, but at the same time we got along. I remember that.
Yeah, we got a. I just remember thinking you were like this pretentious, like suck up, trying to act like someone you weren't. And and this is all middle school, so it doesn't really matter.
And I think in some ways that was a pretty accurate assessment.
Yeah.
And I thought you were like, to be frank, I thought you were like dropout, burnout. Yeah. Like.
Oh my God.
Like.
That's how I came across.
Sleaze. Yeah, with the Jordans. But anyway, in chorus, 8th grade, we were forced to take chorus and we became friends there.
Yeah. We legit became friends.
Yeah, we were like buddies in that class.
We stood next to each other.
So, flash forward 3 years.
Actually, flash forward to sophomore year.
Oh.
We started hanging out actually outside of school.
Right. It took that long.
And it was for both of us, we were both super into like lifting or like exercise, and we were trying to get ripped and sexy, quote unquote.
Wow.
So we
wow, that is.
We both were super into this like YouTube fitness community.
Yeah.
And like what supplements to take, what exercises make your chest grow the most.
Yeah. And we thought we knew everything. We thought we knew everything.
And not only that, we thought we were cool for that. I feel like we thought we had like one leg in that no one else did.
True.
But our journeys kind of start junior year
ish. Yeah.
So I'll let you take it away.
Yeah. So actually, I think you should start. You started making YouTube videos, which was a big step, and you started Instagramming as in the activity, like trying to build a base.
Yeah.
And that came first. Fair in a way.
That's fair. So we took that momentum. We were both into fitness. It kind of merged, like it brought us together as friends.
Right.
I was super into it to the point where I wanted to like become one of these fitness online influencers. So I started a fitness Instagram called Jake Fine Fitness. It's still up if you want to look it up.
I can pull that up right now.
Yeah, I'll pop it up on the screen.
Still exists.
Yeah, so
it's very real. Very real.
I began posting. So that was in summer, and then September, right when junior year started, about a month and a half into school, I started posting vlogs that were fitness. They were like fitness content, pretty much. So I did that. I think 8 or 10 vlogs in. Basically posting 3 or 4 vlogs a month, I want to say.
Yeah, that's about right.
I took a big break. So around spring, I decided I was not going to be a fitness YouTuber anymore or a fitness content creator. I stopped posting on my fitness Instagram because during the process of creating all this content, I realized I like making videos and taking pictures a lot more than I like doing fitness stuff. And I also kind of drifted away from the fitness industry for its like bias. Which one is that? Chai.
This is Chai.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Because there's a lot of just bias in the BS in the fitness industry, so I just.
It's it definitely, you were better suited for other areas. Yeah. Fitness was diluting you a little bit. Yeah. It was not bringing out your best self, and you knew that.
Or my creative self.
Yeah, no, right. And I think you discovered that for yourself, fortunately. Like, you didn't need to get pulled out of it.
Yeah.
You made the right call at the right time.
Yeah, and I remember talking to Josh a lot about it, and I don't even think at the time you understood as much.
No, well,
I think you understood better than anyone, but...
So I thought you were... I had to sort of see it to understand where you were coming from. When you were transitioning from, like, aspiring fitness professional to, like, videographer, vlogger, where the video comes first and the fitness doesn't come first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and...
When the fitness took a back seat, I was like, okay, so that's what's happening.
Yeah, and I do remember at one point Josh was like watching me film something because we were hanging out that day, and he was like, okay, I get it now. Like, he just like saw it happen before his eyes. Yeah, I remember. It was out there.
I do not remember that at all.
I was like filming something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. So around that time, I was in this class at the high school called Small Business Management. Yeah. With a teacher who definitely changed my life.
Give him a shout out.
Mr. Hostrauser. He's probably watching this right now.
Watch.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna watch, but or listen at least. But Mr. Hostrauser is this very progressive teacher. He teaches entrepreneurship, and basically his way of teaching is unlike any other teacher I've ever had. It's kind of just like, what do you like doing? I make YouTube videos. All right, go do it. Figure out a way to make money.
Right.
And I'll guide you. I'll give you my insight as we do it. But and you'll get an A in the class if you put in effort. Which I just took it and ran. A lot of kids. That was when like flipping bottles was a thing. This is something he talks about all the time. He's like, I gave kids the opportunity to go make money during school. Instead, they were flipping bottles and doing nothing. And because they knew they'd get an A.
Right, and that actually sort of brings up my argument about why traditional schooling is good for a lot of people. Because I think for bottle flippers, well, actually, I don't have the credentials to say this.
No, but
I mean, like, sometimes structure in that form is helpful for people. Yeah. So it's also like, with the whole progressive education thing, so I think it's also important to recognize that
works for some.
Not for me, or for you. No. We definitely respond better to that independent kind of functional, practical education that's actually going to give us something that we can use, something tangible.
I want to come back to this after we talk about our stories.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
No, not.
We do have an agenda.
We
do have an agenda. We have a very specific goal to accomplish with this installment, this first installment. So
but that is a very good point of conversation, so I want to come back to that. But basically, Mr. H was pushing me to do this YouTube thing, whatever. He didn't really care if it was fitness or just art, but he pushed it. And I remember one day in class, I was like, all right, every week I'm going to post a video. That's the goal. And that was always the goal, but I had never actually stuck to it, so I said it in front of some of my classmates. I said it to Mr. H, and that got me stuck to it. I'm sure he remembers that, honestly. And he also connected me with this kid who just graduated from his class and was a freelance photographer. So I linked up with him. It was like the first networking I had ever done. So like I found him on Instagram, direct messaged him. We planned like a little link up. And kind of went around. He took pictures of me. I still use them on my website and everything.
Just went on a trip with him, didn't you? To Wisconsin?
For those who watch the vlog, he was Will Bones. I just went on a trip with him to Wisconsin to take pictures. He inspired me to do my own freelance videography because I was not into photography at the time at all. Yeah. So I went back to Mr. Ace the next day. I was like, I want to make videos and get paid for it. And he was like, literally, he was like, oh, that's cool because I have an opportunity for you that I was going to ask you to do. Like, it just was so funny. Yeah. And he was like, it's not paid, but it could lead to paid work. Sure. And I was like, okay. And basically the video was like for a big school that's opening up in California. Yeah. And
Yeah, I remember all that.
Really cool stuff. I was super stoked about it.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. That was one of the things, like, in my early steps, I was like, there's no excuse for me not to do this, because Jake's doing it in his own way, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's taking legit, actual steps to meet real people in their own industries, and, you know, getting involved with them. I was like, okay, so I don't need to feel weird or sort of, like, out of my place to be doing, be taking my own steps.
I didn't know. Deep for you.
You know, I think it went both ways. It was just like, or even cooler was the realization, like, oh, wow, a lot of the things we were talking about a year ago are actually happening.
Yeah.
Like we are doing them now. You know,
that's
upon
so true.
Speaking about them for so long, finally, it's sort of just happening.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
And not without the work, not without the constant effort and stuff, but like, there was a little feeling of like, okay, we did it.
Yeah, definitely.
For me at least, and
definitely.
that's sort of why I do it.
You just stop and look back, but I remember getting some text from you like, yo, dude, like last year, sophomore year, we talked about you making YouTube videos at some point,
right?
And me doing Josh doing what he's doing,
right?
And which he'll talk about later, but so that basically
I was really stoked when I sent you that text. I was so hyped.
You remember it?
I do, because I just gotten some good news, and I was like, and you had just hit a milestone that you had outlined, or I think that might have been around when you
started YouTube.
Yeah, something like that. And you'd reached some subscriber milestone and made a really cool video that I liked, and so I texted you. I was like, it's happening, you know.
Yeah. And wow, now it's like actually.
Yeah.
That was probably like a year ago, and now it's like legit.
Something like
going
that.
Down, like.
Well, yeah.
Even more.
We're closer, right? We're closer,
dude. But it feels like we're monumentally. It feels like we're monumentally closer than what we were a year ago. But last year, it felt like we were like. 100 miles ahead.
1,000 miles
1,000 miles ahead.
Hashtag
I'm not a numbers
miles.
guy. When my dad gets on the podcast, he'll tell you I'm not a numbers guy.
No,
but,
look.
Can't wait for that.
It's just, and we'll talk later about the solid brick principle, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
That's just my word for it, and how much that's come to play in our works. For me, junior year, it was. It took a very long time, but I got out there, and now I have the opportunity to work from time to time as an actor in Chicago, which is awesome. And that's sort of what I've been, one collective project I've been working on for over 2 years now. And it started with, putting myself out there one time for one potential opportunity that I really, really had to reach for.
I remember that.
And you were there for it. You were there for a lot of that process, and you heard my own. That was the very beginning of junior year. Yeah. Because I remember, because we were outside at lunch.
I know
and
exactly.
The sun was so fucking bright. It was so bright. The sun was so bright, and it was like I was just like squinting to like look at this video I had to put together for part of a submission in order to get in touch with the right people. And you looked at it, and I think we were having like orange chicken for lunch a Wednesday or something.
Probably,
And anyway, like that's when it started. It was that period of time.
Yeah, and you were
And it's just it's a lot of I found that I had to have an extraordinary amount of patience, just because of how long it takes to actually generate the tiniest ounce of momentum.
Oh my God!
I think with you had a little bit more luck with that, especially with the support coming from Mr. H. From what I heard, I mean, I wish I took that class.
Oh my God!
I didn't have room for it in the second semester.
No,
dude, I took business intro to like business entrepreneurship or something, and I wish I took small business management, because that free time and that sort of opportunity for independent growth would have been so helpful.
Yeah.
End of junior year.
I know what you're talking about.
But we worked on our own schedules and sort of Like, I remember...
I mean, I feel like we're pretty even as it is right now.
Right. Well,
so, like,
it's... In terms of, like, the progress itself, it was interesting how it mirrored each other.
Yeah.
How you made a play, and how I made... And how the processes themselves are similar. So, from what I understand about what it's like to actually make money and run a business as a videographer...
Yeah.
Right? Depending on who comes into contact first, right? You have a client that you need to produce something for, right? And you're in contact with them about what the final product is going to be like, what the final video is going to be like, and you come up with something, and there's a sort of, almost audition process that you go through. They audit your work, I assume.
Yeah. So
right?
the process is like, either they know me or they contact me or whatever. I want something like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give me more creative freedom to make it cool and how I would think it's cool. Sometimes they have every single thing down to a T that they want, and there's no room for creative freedom. But I'll do my best to work with what I have, and then give it back. If they need any edits, I'll edit it, and then if not, we shake hands and exchange money.
That's right. That's what we did today, basically. You and me. We're in the library.
Ours was a lot more personal.
Yes, we had to make my my college submission video where I had sort of clips of myself in order to obtain scholarship money. Yeah. Hopefully we get lucky there, but But
so I don't know. Are we still telling our stories or?
Yeah. Did you hit everything on your list?
Yeah. Basically, long story short, now I've probably done 10 or 12 client videos since May.
Nice.
The video in Oakland went great. That guy who I did that video for free, he hired me for a $500 video. I might block that out, but he hired you for a bigger project. A big payday that I haven't gotten paid more than that for a video. I finished that video in like early October, I want to say. But I've done other smaller gigs and some pretty cool, like speaking gigs. I made a vlog for Mr. Hostrauser. I've filmed them.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I haven't gotten paid to speak yet, but
that'll happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Down the line.
But so yeah, now I'm working. I got money coming in, which is, it's not crazy, but like it's pretty equal to what I would be getting if I was just working a part-time job, not making videos. So to me, that's a huge accomplishment.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like.
No, that's actually.
I'm not going to say any numbers, but like.
Right. Well, no, and it's not about the. It's not about the numbers at all. That's not what we're saying. But I get it. It's like, you, for the first time in your life, are getting paid to do what you love to do.
Yeah, and it's like.
And most people don't get that opportunity ever.
Yeah, I've never had a real job for more than 2 weeks.
Wow.
I mean, unless you consider me being a teacher's assistant at Temple a real job, but that's like a few hours.
I mean, camp counselor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like nothing really. I mean, I was a camp counselor for 2 weeks.
Right.
One of my kind of goals is to never work for the man. Quote unquote.
Yeah, right.
But, so we're working at that. That's been a goal. I've talked to you about that before.
Yeah, you've always been really opposed to having, like, a corporate boss.
Yeah.
And the politics of the workplace.
That. Yeah, I just
and the thing about that is that's another stereotype, is like the office and the workplace being a really bad place for a lot of reasons. It works for most people, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
I was a client who I just did work with. We were at an office filming, and it was actually a really cool office. It was like they had free coffee, there was snacks, there was like a cool kind of like what's the word, incubator type of feel to the office.
Yeah. Right. I think there's a lot of workplaces like that. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Like, working on your own and being able to make money off of your own work is unparalleled in how it makes you feel independent. Right,
but some people need that structure.
Sure.
That's kind of the point. So like,
some people don't have the opportunity or the freedom to do that, and so it just, I don't know. It's not to be taken lightly that we have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, so long story short, I'm self-employed at 17, and it feels phenomenal. I'm choosing to go to college and get a degree in marketing because that has a lot to do with making videos for companies, which is what I want to do. I'd like to grow my social media. That's where I'm at now. So the podcast started because I thought our conversations were amazing, and I wanted to document our kind of career journeys in trying to be dominant figures in our city, because that's a common goal we have. We both want to be powerful in Chicago in terms of like
for me it's like wanting to be able to make a living in the way that I in my field in the city. Because as sort of like most actors go to LA or New York when they're looking to make some moves, and my goal is to be able to do it in Chicago as much as possible. Obviously, I don't want to think too far ahead, but at the same time I do. But I think you're absolutely right. Chicago has been the home, not just our home, but also the home of our creative inspiration, I would say.
Totally.
I can't even count the number of hours we've spent traveling downtown, being downtown, thinking about angles into where we're headed, the plans we've made for after high school and stuff like that. It's sort of, there's an energy to it that is undeniable, and I'm very grateful for that. I think we both are. Totally. Absolutely.
So you want to talk about your kind of journey?
Junior year. Sorry, just thinking about how I went. Junior year, I around this, like as we talked about it, I basically made a big play, and I got into contact with a company that can sort of that is going to help me. That was okay. Here we go. So yeah, I've been sort of pursuing work as an actor for almost 2 years now. I've had some successes. I've worked on some pretty cool projects. I just recently wrapped something that's I'm pretty excited about. A couple things actually that should be coming out pretty soon. But I've been able to sort of start networking in Chicago and build a base that I can be excited to jump into 2019 with. College is going to bring some good years, and I'm very excited that we're both going in as Chicago creatives at this time, because there's no better time to do it. We're 18, right? Well, you're not 18 yet.
I'll be 18 in like 2 weeks.
Yes, which will be awesome.
So yeah, is that
2 weeks?
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude.
I know. You've been 18 though.
I know. It's weird. Can't say I'm a fan. I am for a number of reasons, but it's weird.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared.
It is. It's a little scary because it's like, wow, I'm extremely like I'm in the big leagues now.
Yeah,
so to speak.
I think for most kids turning 18, you don't really think about the responsibility that comes with being 18. You kind of just think of the freedom.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that fence is like when you're doing what we're doing, kind of being a little bit riskier, I'd say.
Sure.
Taking the unpaved road. At least for me, I'm starting to now think like pretty soon I'm gonna have to start being on my own. Start paying bills. Start making them. I make enough money now where it's like I don't have any bills to pay. I can save a lot of money. It's cool. But like, not enough to pay bills.
No.
And it's like I'm leaps and bounds away from that. So it's just like kind of. But thinking about a year ago, I hadn't made any money doing what I'm doing, and flash forward a year.
Yeah.
I haven't even been doing what I'm doing for a year, and I've made great strides.
Actually, wait, same.
Yeah.
A year ago, I had not made any money in my field.
Yeah. So like, I mean, look at that, brick by brick.
Yeah, solid brick principle.
Yeah.
Just as a quick summary of what I like to call the solid brick principle, progress is made on and this is not innovative. I mean, everyone on some level knows this, but we've both found it to be extremely true.
Yeah.
In everything we've ever made progress in, is it's made in very, very small steps on a daily to weekly basis. It's just one foot in front of the other. With the fitness analogy, it's like, one workout is not going to do anything for your long-term goals. It really nothing. It's if one chest workout is nothing towards your goals. It's not, but it's the compounded efforts over an extended period of time.
Right.
One brick. You make a wall, and that wall represents your progress. But individually, it's nothing. It's only with compounded effort that you can actually get anywhere. Yeah, a year ago we had not made a single dollar, realistically, in our work, and now we've both made, I think, or we've both seen progress.
Yeah. I mean, substantial progress. I mean, with the amount that has happened for us in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what position we're in come 2020.
I know.
Which, now I want to talk about goals for the year.
Yeah.
If you are.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about that a lot particularly since yesterday. Yesterday I wrapped a project, and it was without a doubt the most exciting, probably the biggest project I've been able to work on yet. Wrapping it was extremely crushing, because it's like, wow, this is over now. I have to carry on with my normal 18-year-old dude life.
Yeah.
And everyone I've had the amazing opportunity to work with over the last week and a half continues on with this great life that they've worked so hard to achieve, and I just feel mountains away from that. So I've thought about my goals a lot.
Yeah.
Because we have work to do.
Right.
We have a great amount of work to do.
Hold on. I want to make sure this is still filming. 'Tis 35 minutes.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, we can wrap it up soon then.
Okay, let's talk. All right.
Because you reset it after the hiccups, right?
What do you mean?
Like, there were a couple times we had to stop and we started over?
Yeah.
But you ended the...
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. Keep going.
All right, so looking back at the beginning of 2018, so a year ago.
Yeah.
I was still super into fitness. All of my main goals in life had nothing to do with business, had nothing to do with money.
Right.
They were all just building muscle.
Yeah, you did. No, you were like
getting my greatest physique.
You were right. You weren't even like a power lifter, because it was about your numbers in the gym, like what you were pulling and pushing and squatting and stuff. But it was more aesthetic. You know, it was like how you looked in the mirror.
Ripped and
Yeah.
I got unhealthy.
Mentally, yeah.
Mentally unhealthy.
During the winter.
Probably physically too. To the point I was pushing myself. I mean, heavy workouts twice a day.
Yeah.
Like insane.
You were doing fine though. Like, you weren't hurting yourself.
No, I could not have been doing that for a whole year.
No, right. It was not sustainable.
Yeah.
That's true.
But this year I feel like 2019 is the year of business. Like, we've got our foot in the door. Let's open the door. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Build the YouTube. I don't really have new goals. I just have, I want to take my momentum from 2018 into this year. And that'll bring me leaps and bounds. I feel like keep doing gigs.
Yeah.
Keep meeting new people.
Absolutely.
Take fitness seriously,
Mm-hmm.
because that's important. Just health. And then grow my social media and this podcast. I'm putting a lot of emphasis on. I want to be consistent with the podcast.
Sure.
So
I think we need a better location.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it. I'm trying to turn my basement into like a hub.
Really? Like a studio?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a studio as well.
Yeah.
Like maybe a mobile one, but I'll need equipment for it as well. That actually brings me into my goals.
So let's go. Let's hear.
I have a couple key ones that came to mind over the last 2 days. One of them is I need to make a good demo reel as soon as possible.
Okay.
A demo reel, where you you document some of your best work that can be seen. some of your best performance stuff into a video, and that becomes a valuable marketing tool. It's super important. It is an asset in the same way that headshot and resume is important, but demo reels are generally considered to be an even more valuable marketing tool, because if you're on the table for something and there's something an executive can watch of you,
Totally.
that's better than just a still picture and a list of everything you've done.
That makes sense.
So I'm not at the point where I can do that right now, because I actually don't have access to some of the footage I need. So to be clogged up by the logistics of it is not a good feeling. But it's going to come in the next few months once I get access to. But that's something I want to make. I want to make a good demo.
Yeah.
More interestingly, I want to get into content creation in a way that I haven't before. I was just thinking about how I can actually put myself forward and create content that I like to make. Because the idea of making YouTube videos does not and has not ever interested me. It just doesn't. Like, I'll never vlog, and I don't like the idea of setting up a camera and just talking to it and actually enjoying that. I don't think that I would like that. And there's no point in making content if you're not a fan of what you're making.
Yeah.
Because then it's not sustainable, and also, who else is going to want to watch that?
Yeah.
If you don't like what you're making.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've thought of something that I can sort of test the waters with this coming Sunday at an open mic, and see if anything comes of it. And if so, you will know about it.
Yeah. Cool.
Because it'll be talked about on the next episode.
Yeah.
100%. Whether it's success or fail, it'll definitely come up.
For sure.
But yeah, content creation, demo reel, and also just like making good plays. And taking the long view.
Yeah.
I think this actually happens to both of us, where we like both, when you get really into it and you start generating momentum, it's really easy to just get like, horse blinders, like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And that's good for when it's time to grind on something, because you can just like focus and just you can just attack something,
Totally.
and that's good. But in general, when there's nothing happening, like for me right now, like right in this second, there's nothing I can really be doing to create progress. You have to take the long view and be like, okay, time to sit, be patient, and plan.
Yeah, totally. I mean, so like in my line of work, of course I'd want to have video after video after video after video after video.
Yeah.
But then I don't have time to build my website, take pictures for Instagram, post on my story, keep creating content, time to film a podcast, edit stuff for fun, right? So like, I don't know how that would manifest in your time.
But it's
like,
there's that many
to
things
me is
to
what
do.
the long view is, like building assets on the side of the tunnel. You know what I mean?
Oh sure, absolutely.
So
yeah,
I'm actually right there with you for that one.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, so like for me, I need to figure out like sources of income, because with my line of work, it just doesn't pay regularly until right exactly, not yet. But it's gonna take some. My plan. Here's my actual plan. I want to have a thing where I have a number of side hustles going on. Yeah. And
so
instead of getting like a 9 to 5 and then having one side hustle, what if I have this thing plus some sort of online business I can build, and something else, and maybe a part-time job like as a something just to pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
But have all of those and sort of build them all. And then at that point, it's not even about having all your eggs in one basket. You've got a good amount of eggs in this basket, and because you worked on a few things, you've got a few baskets.
Yeah. And totally. I'm
so
with you there.
like online coaching is something I'd be interested in down the line.
Because so like to get to that point, it's like, how do you get people who want you to coach them?
That's right.
Whatever it is.
As I've learned from a number of really awesome mentors, most of them online, do really good work for free.
Yep.
Do really good work for free.
Like I did the one free video that got me in the door.
Right.
With the guy from Oakland, and then he paid me to do another video.
Sure.
So it's like, that is a great principle.
Right.
When you're starting out, don't expect
it's
money.
It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It can't be. If it's about the money first, go pursue
go be an accountant.
Right.
Or
right.
doctor,
Exactly.
or
and even then, that's another thing. Like people in any industry, have to work their way up and grind to get to where they're at.
Yep.
So it's like just because you want to work in the arts or, you know, as a YouTuber or something that's traditionally like glamorous.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you special and a grinder, you know?
No.
Everyone else has to,
like,
you know,
I think of like
climb the mountain.
Casey Neistat in that instance. You know, one of my inspirations from afar, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Worked as a dishwasher for years just to pay the bills for his kid who he had when he was 16 or whatever. Got a job on being like an assistant for an art director.
Mm-hmm.
Had some opportunities. Became a kind of a big player in the advertising agency, making videos for like car companies and Nike. And he got viral on YouTube. And then he posted 490 vlogs day by day in a row. Now, that's just a hustle.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the mentality I kind of want to take.
Sure.
And just pump it out this year.
Yeah.
And see where that takes me. So.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to
wrap this one up.
Wrap this up. Anything else for you?
This is kind of a huge step because this is a pilot, I'd say, what we're doing right now. It's a test. There's a good to fair chance that none of this will ever air or be seen, I think.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
I mean, let's be real. There's a chance.
Yeah.
There's a chance that this won't be seen. At least not in its full form.
No.
You know, I think clips definitely as marketing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like whatever happens with this product, we've got something else to be working on.
Yeah.
And this is also significant because this is our first ever collaboration.
Yeah, we've
never actually worked on one project together. So this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And whatever happens with this one, I think we can both really look forward to the next one. Hopefully, we will have coffee at that time.
Yeah.
Because that is going to make this a lot better. I think that's going to be actually central.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Coffee talk.
That is taken. That is taken.
All right.
But something like that. Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
The Java
All right.
Jive. Head ass.
Ooh.
Not happening.
Good episode?
Good episode.
Cool. All right.
That's it.
Thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. That's a wrap. 45 minutes in the book.